An Arctic blast gripped much of the United States Saturday, leaving over 500,000 without power, while also driving flight cancellations, as plummeting temperatures were predicted to bring the coldest Christmas Eve on record to several cities.
Mother Nature threw the kitchen sink at us this time.
New York Governor Kathy Hochul spoke of the deep freeze impacting her state.
Buffalo Airport will be closed at least until 11 a.m. Monday. And so I think that's going to be, unfortunately, very disruptive to those who want to leave or arrive and spend time with family over the Christmas holiday. And also the roads are not safe. We've been hit with everything from wind and flash freeze and unprecedented high velocity of wind, almost 80 miles an hour in Buffalo and other parts of the state, very high numbers, as well as the snow, ice, flooding. So it's been a very tough one.
Blizzard conditions remained in Buffalo and its surrounding county on the edge of Lake Erie in western New York Saturday, where between 4 to 6 feet of snow will fall by Sunday, the National Weather Service said. Around the country, fatal car accidents left at least 16 dead from weather-related accidents, according to media reports. And more than 2,500 U.S. flights were canceled on Saturday. The severe weather prompted authorities across the country to open warming centers in libraries and police stations, while scrambling to expand temporary shelter for the homeless. The challenge was compounded by the influx of migrants crossing the U.S. southern border by the thousands in recent weeks.
In Mariupol, southeastern Ukraine, occupied by Russian forces, the Moscow-appointed authorities erected a 20-meter Christmas tree. However, officials said there will be no mass holiday celebrations in the city heavily destroyed by Russian shelling this year. In Kherson, it was a tragedy on Christmas Eve with at least 7 dead and 58 injured after a Russian strike. The city was recaptured by Kiev's forces in November, but Kherson has been regularly bombarded ever since, with a heavy toll on civilians and the power supply. Christmas Eve also marks 10 months since the start of the Russian invasion, and the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky called for togetherness during his holiday address on Saturday. Fighting still rages on around the eastern Kharkiv region and around Bakhmut, where Ukrainian and Russian forces have clashed in a fierce, months-long battle. In the splendor of St. Peter's Basilica, Pope Francis presided over the evening Christmas Mass, attended by more than 7,000 faithful on Saturday. Traditionally, Catholics mark Christmas Eve by attending Mass at midnight. But over the years, the starting time has crept forward, reflecting the health or stamina of the Pope. Since COVID, the start of the service was moved to 7:30 p.m. local time. And Christmas tourism has returned to Bethlehem in the West Bank. Revered in Christian tradition as the birthplace of Jesus Christ, the town usually welcomes thousands of pilgrims and tourists for Christmas every year. This year, the Latin Patriarch of Jerusalem led the annual Christmas Eve procession, attended by Mahmoud Abbas, leader of the State of Palestine.